In recognition of the importance of community development and preparation, the Young Muslim Women's Association was established under the patronage of Her Royal Highness Princess Sarwat Al Hassan as a non-profit association with the aim of serving the community by providing educational projects. The first step was to meet the education needs of children with special needs, who are often marginalized in their communities for lack of access to appropriate education. As such, the association established the Bunayat Center for Special Education, which has become today a shining example of success, thanks to the expertise of its staff, who have educated and appropriately prepared generations of students through academic education as well as life and professional skills that enable the students to achieve independence, thus becoming integrated and productive members of their communities. Continuing the objectives of the association, and in response to the recommendations of the Human Resources Development Seminar, which identified as one of the main reasons for the paucity of Jordanian women in the workplace being the lack of suitable training being available to them, the non-profit Princess Sarwat Community College was established to educate young women from modest social and economic backgrounds, and to equip them with the skills that enable them to join the workforce, providing programs and curricula that are in the highest demand in the labor market, producing cohorts of students qualified for the needs of the market, ready to be productive, and thus providing them and their families additional sources of income and the means to attain a decent standard of living. The Princess Sarwat Community College did not stop at empowering women, but evolved to include endeavors and programs focused on contributing to raising community awareness about learning difficulties and training teachers in this field. The college opened its pioneering National Center for Learning Difficulties to provide solutions to the challenges faced by adolescents and children as a direct result of the learning difficulties they have, which negatively affect their performance in all stages of their education. The center provides diagnostic services for students with learning difficulties using the latest diagnostic tools and tests. Specialists then develop individual educational plans to help students overcome their particular difficulties. The center also plays an integral role on the national level, thus increasing the students' chances of continuing their education and becoming productive in the future. The association, through its institutions, continued to serve the Jordanian society, providing its best efforts through its centers and caters, until it was recently determined by its management that a new strategy was needed in order to accelerate its growth and enable it to reach larger and wider segments of society. As such, work began on the development of a new strategic plan, capable of dealing with all the changes and challenges that have occurred in the education and special education sectors, as well as the labor market and entrepreneurship ecosystem, both here in Jordan and the region. And based on this new plan, a series of reprioritization efforts were initiated. Develop and expand the existing infrastructure and educational facilities, buildings, as well as attractive educational offerings and services. The Al Bunayat Center will also create the best job opportunities for students in the association's sheltered workshops by establishing incubator programs for handicrafts in cooperation with local and international designers, artists, and craftsmen, opening up entirely new markets for student products, while providing a productive place for entrepreneurs, thus contributing to the provision of new products that can contribute to the better involvement of those with special needs in the workforce by utilizing their skills throughout the production process, and on the whole, supporting entrepreneurship and business incubators. As for the new strategic direction that the Princess Sarwat Community College will be taking, the college will primarily strive to link education with employment and the needs of the labor market, supporting female students and graduates and launching startups by providing a business incubator in cooperation with relevant interested parties. As well as increase awareness of the importance of early detection and diagnosis of learning difficulties. In order to accomplish this vision, the YMWA aims to transition to a new era of greater and broader partnerships, with the aim of achieving new and stable sources of revenue that do not involve increasing fees for educational services. The association looks to build partnerships with donors and supporters, government institutions, civil society organizations, and individuals, and everyone who believes in the association's primary mission and goals of community development.